there was like this point in my life where I realised junk food was wrong for me. I realised I shouldn't be eating it. As I heard Eddie Abu, I heard just all these famous people talk about why you shouldn't eat junk food, why you shouldn't eat ultra processed foods. And I believed it. I was like, nah, I've got to stop eating these. I've got to stop the McDonald's, the pizzas, the chicken nuggets. I've got to stop all of that. I've got to eat clean. And I knew this. I was motivated to do it, but I couldn't. Like every day, all the time, junk food would just pull me back in. It would make me want to eat it again. It would just torture me. It'd get in my head. It would tell me it's okay to eat one biscuit. It's okay to have one chocolate bar. And I'd have one chocolate bar, and then I'd have another, and another, and another. And I'd fall down this cycle of just shame, of guilt, of just like so angry at myself for cheating on my diet again, for eating junk food. As for a long time as a kid and growing up until about 17 years old, I thought junk food was fine. Everyone eats junk food. I mean, who doesn't? Everyone has a McDonald's, KFC and stuff. I didn't realise it had any like negative effects on my life. As I had like hollow legs as a kid, I had a fast metabolism. I could eat as much food as I wanted and I wouldn't gain weight. I'd just stay skinny. So that's what I did. I abused it. I just ate and ate and ate. I'd have pizzas, sweets, chicken nuggets, just such a sweet tooth. I'd have sweets all the time, every day. I used to go downstairs to my kitchen and I'd grab chocolate bars and I'd stuff them in my pockets. Then I'd come upstairs, I'd just eat as many as I could. I'd have 4 or 5 of them, just for the fun of it, just to eat as much as I could. And it was all fine. Junk food made me happy. It was just a fun feeling, like, and there was no like pain to it. Then when I was 16, I started the gym. I started working out. As I was a skinny kid, like I said, and I felt insecure. I didn't like how my body looked. I just felt I felt skinny. So I wanted to start working out to build muscle, to get big, and to feel confident, to feel like I could talk to anyone really. So as I started working out, I started to eat more and more junk food. As I wanted to bulk, I wanted to just get as big as possible now. And to do that, you just got to eat calories, don't you? You just got to eat as much as you could. So that's what I did. I ate cakes, Belgian buns, cookies, protein yogurts, loads of protein bars, Pringles, all of it. I just, as much as I could each day to get the calories in. There was a point where I was eating about 4,000 calories every day of the week. And 4,000 calories of processed junk food. As you can tell, and I guess you can probably predict, that didn't go well for me at all. That didn't end up how I wanted it. And so I thought I'd bulk up and I'd just get muscle. I'd just get massive, I'd get really big. But instead, it resulted in me getting to 95 kg, but having a lot of fat on my body, not feeling energetic at all. I had spots on my face, like, it just felt down. I felt not good at all. And this was the point where I realised, okay, junk food is a big problem in my life. Junk food is what has done this to me. As I know I was eating a lot of calories and I was eating a lot of food, but I had like this feeling of when like my skin felt so greasy, like it was the food I ate that made it feel greasy. I can't explain it. It felt like just the greasiness of a sausage roll was on my skin, which is a weird explanation, but it's what it felt like. And when I'd sweat and stuff, it felt like it was there. And I knew like it was junk food. So I look it up on my laptop. I hear Eddie Abu talk about it. I hear just all these people talk about the carnivore diet, all these different diets and whatnot. And the main message that I understood and that I got was to stop eating junk food and to eat whole real foods. These whole real foods are like red meat, it's vegetables, fruit, eggs, nuts. That was about it. And just drink water, stop drinking Coke, all this different stuff. So I hear this, I'm like, okay, I can hear what you're saying. I've got to stop eating so much junk food and start eating clean. But there's one thing knowing it, there's one thing hearing it, and there's another thing doing it. As I remember watching this like lecture or a video once, and it was talking about how many ingredients are in each food you eat. As all the food you eat, if it's a McDonald's burger, if it's tomato ketchup, no matter what it is, they've got like 30, 40 ingredients in. And if you look at the back of one of them, you look at the label, it's got loads. And I did that myself. I went down to my kitchen, I grabbed the back of a tomato ketchup bottle, And I looked at it, it had about 37 ingredients in. And I didn't understand the names of half of them. This was when I was like, yeah, it's bad. Okay, I understand why it's getting fat. I need to stop eating all this junk food, all these foods with 100 ingredients on the label. Instead, I need to eat foods with one single ingredient in or 2 ingredients in. So this would be like the back of a chicken packet or a steak packet. It has 2 ingredients in it. It's like steak and salt. Fat is good for me, obviously. Or like the back of a sweet potato. It's just sweet potato, 100% sweet potato. And I was like, okay, I've got just eat healthy foods, eat these foods. So I was determined, I was motivated. I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to eat these foods, eat these healthy foods. But I couldn't. I was like, but what do I eat? I looked at everything there was, tomato ketchup, salad creams, and the pizzas, the quiche, the burgers, the mozzarella sticks, the onion rings, all of this, even the cakes. I couldn't eat none of them. They all had loads of ingredients in. It felt like I could eat nothing. It felt like there was no food in the world that I could eat. It just felt so hard. And within being motivated to stick to this single ingredient diet of eating these healthy foods, it was about 30 minutes later, and I cheated on it. I just ate cereal again. I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. And the problem was, I ate cereal with just like such a guilty mindset, as it didn't even taste nice at that point. I weren't even enjoying it. Instead, I was eating it and I was feeling bad. I was feeling like, why am I doing this? I hate doing this. I'm just eating it with this gut-wrenching, guilty feeling. But I stayed like, I kept trying. I kept persevering. I kept pushing myself as I kept like, I want to eat good food. I'm trying to try my hardest to eat good food. So I was pushing and pushing. I was still looking and looking. I started to find healthy foods I can eat. I found that I really have to cook all my foods, or I have to make them myself. So it could be like porridge, which isn't too hard to make. You just put oats and then you put either Greek yogurt in it or water in it, and then you can warm it up and whatnot. I could eat something like that, or I could eat eggs. I could have scrambled eggs. I have about 6 eggs and scramble them up. I had to learn how to scramble eggs. And then there was more advanced meals like chicken. I had to learn how to season chicken, to fry it, to cook it, or steaks or burgers, mincemeat, which I'd have to make into a patty and then eat it as a burger. So there was a lot to learn. But the more I was learning, the more I was eating healthy. As I started by like having the oats, the overnight oats they call it, in the morning, where it's literally oats and Greek yogurt. And then I started to have eggs as well. And I'd have 6 eggs, like around 11ish. And I started to have chicken and rice, and I started to have more healthy meals. As I just started to learn more how to cook more. But it started with just one meal, with just that first meal, and I started to add to it. And as I added all these good meals in, as I kept adding and adding, I put the eggs in, the chicken and rice in my diet, the mince in my diet, all the bad food started to leave. I started to eat less pizzas, less chocolates, less sweets, and less like onion rings, less processed foods in total. And one really good thing that I did is I started to eat plain nuts. I'd have cashew nuts, you could have walnuts, mixed nuts, there's loads of different ones, but just plain. They've got no salt, no nothing on them, just plain nuts. And eating these, they were easy to eat as they're a little snack, and that can replace a chocolate bar. If I have blueberries with them, that helps my sweet tooth. So whenever I fancy a chocolate bar, I fancy something sweet, or have plain nuts and blueberries, I eat this, and it makes me feel full, and it gives that sweet tooth, I don't fancy that sweet stuff anymore. It replenishes that sweet craving. I just found little hacks like this, like to have a little bit of honey with my Greek yogurt, that can help me not eat sweets as well. And then as well as this, to have the main meals and to prepare myself to just eat the healthy foods. So to have like the eggs, the chickens, the mince, the steak, all of this. And the progress was brilliant. I started to get so healthy, and I started to shred all the fat down and just gain muscle, just to get bigger and just get leaner. And it felt amazing. Like my energy levels is what I mean. I felt amazing. I felt like I could work out twice a day, and I did work out twice a day. I remember all the time I'd go for a run in the morning and I'd see one of my teachers. Then I'd go to college for the day. I'd like, he'd be talking, be like, oh, how far did you run today and stuff. And then after college, I'd go and I'd bike to the gym. I'd go to the gym for a session, and then I'd go home, and then I'd just eat, and then I'd do whatever else with my day. But I just have this energy, and I have this ability to do it. Like, I willingly chose to do it. I wasn't training for anything. I didn't have anything. I wasn't doing it for anything in particular. I just did it because I had the energy to, and I wanted to. So I had the energy. My skin got so much better, and like, I don't even see spots on my skin now. The only times I see spots is when I eat the bad food. As I have like days where like yesterday was Christmas Day, and I ate loads of chocolate. I ate loads of sweets. I did have that day. But now I'm back on a clean diet again. I'm back on eating clean again. And this happens all the time with like every meal. I'll be clean for it, and I'll eat clean foods as much as I can throughout the week. But maybe you have a Sunday and maybe you're really craving that bad food. So have a cheat day, have a day where you eat the bad food, but then you're back to the cleanness. I think this is so much better than doing like an 80-20 method where you eat healthy for most of the day, but you have a dessert, and you do that every day of the week. So that's like having a full clean day and then just having like 3-4 biscuits at the end of the day. Like, you can do that, or you can eat clean every day, and then once every Sunday or once every 2 weeks something, you just have a bad day where you just eat what you want. You eat the food you were craving. And I did the second one where I just ate the foods I was craving one day a week. And I feel this helped my cravings, but it helped my consistency. As, okay, I ate bad one day a week, and I probably ate too much bad that day. But the other days, I'm disciplined, I'm sticking to it, and I feel good about it. And then that one day where I willingly choose to eat bad food, I can enjoy the food. I can actually eat the food and feel happy when doing it. It's when I was eating those chocolates yesterday, I was proper tasting. I was like, oh, these are nice. And yeah, I was having the Yorkshire puddings, and I was just enjoying them. But when I quit the junk food, because like, you can never quit it in total. You can never stop eating junk food forever. But you can reduce it to a very small amount, where it's one day a week and every 2 weeks or so. Doing this got me in brilliant shape, and it got me brilliant energy. Just everything, changed everything. It got me ripped. And that's just because I added the good foods in, and that took the bad foods out. I didn't even consciously choose to stop eating as much chocolate. Just me eating more healthy foods meant I ate less unhealthy foods. And I'm sure you can do the same too. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe now. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.